All right, good evening to you from the Storm Alert Weather Center. This is Chief Forecaster Daniel Wilson. We're acknowledging the winter storm that's expected to impact all of Kentucky. And this is a winter storm briefing talking about the upcoming weather that's moving in for the holiday Christmas season. It's one that we've been watching for several days, and things have beginning to, reveal themselves more as to what we expect over the next few hours. Of course, everything's going to be good tomorrow, Wednesday, across our area, but we will see a transition of rain into snow and bitter cold temperatures following that rain precipitation. We want to look at a couple of things that are currently in effect. We have a winter storm watch. This would be for primarily northwestern Kentucky. Winter storm watches are in effect. And then if you look farther to the south, around land between the lakes, Paducah, Dawson Springs, Crittenden County, Hopkinsville, there are wind chill watches in effect. Now, just to the south of us in northern Tennessee, you begin to see a wind chill watch also in effect for that area. And the thing about that is, and I don't understand it totally, how that weather can know the straight lines or boundaries of one state or county. So even though northern Tennessee would be under a wind chill watch, people in our extreme southern counties is likely to pick up the remnants or even the same thing that they're experiencing in northern Tennessee. So just because that you live in Cumberland County or maybe in Clinton or Wayne County, and you say, well, we're not in a wind chill watch. In essence, we're not, but in reality, Mother Nature will still give a lot of the same cold and wind that's expected to move through the area. And again, these are the wind chill watch for the northwestern part of Kentucky. And then we have a winter storm watch that would be in effect for areas along the 64 corridor between E-Town, Louisville, and eventually the town of Evansville, Indiana. So that is the current watches and advisories that we have in effect. Now, the next thing that we're looking at is our future radar. This will be at about 9 p.m. on Thursday night approximately. Anywhere between 7 and midnight, I believe is what the Weather Service has indicated. This is where the precipitation will begin as rain, and we'll see a transition in this area around 9 p.m. on Thursday night. So this is something that everybody needs to definitely be heads up about and be prepared for this event. I know a lot of the forecasters that I follow and some people, they've been discussing the snow and trying to figure out how much snow that we have and what we're going to get, and focusing on that altogether, when in essence 1 or 2 inches of snow is not going to be anywhere near a winter storm warning or even a winter storm at all, because that alone will not do it. But you combine snow and 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts, then you're talking about some serious things. The coldest temperature that we have knowledge of was back in 1994. Shelbyville, Kentucky was part of the state that it went to 37 degrees below zero. It's part of a 3-day cold outbreak across the Bluegrass State. Still cold other places, but that was the coldest place in Kentucky. 37 degrees below zero. This is going to be detrimental to travel. If you're going to be outdoors, you should definitely use caution and limit your time outdoors. Bring your pets inside, fix your water lines, anything that may be a problem due to this cold weather outbreak. You should take care of that. One of the things that we're also concerned about, and we don't know if this will or will not happen, is the fact that we could see power lines down due to tree limbs blowing into those, and you could be without electricity for an extended period of time. Now, one of the things besides the typical portable heaters, et cetera, that runs off of various things, you can take a candle, a large candle, and place it in a room with the door shut, and believe it or not, it will warm it up a little bit, enough to get you by and to keep you from freezing. Now is definitely the time to prepare for that. Check your fluids in your vehicles, your radiator fluid. Make sure that is going well, that it's proper level, and it has the proper protection. Any of your local mechanics will be happy to help you with that. While you're doing the radiator fluid, you might as well check your blinker fluid as well, because it's very important. If you were to get out and need to travel, you would not have a turn signal if your blinker fluid is not working properly. So you need to keep that in mind and be alert for that. Take care of your blinker fluid. More on a serious note now, at 9 p.m. Thursday night, you can see how temperatures crash. You have 1 below zero down in northern Tennessee, even goes to zero, and even 9 below in Evansville, Indiana, 4 degrees in Louisville, 3 in E-Town, and areas to the east of Interstate 65, or at least through the Lake Cumberland area, we're showing 36, 33, and even temperatures over in Pike County in eastern Kentucky around 40 degrees. That's at 9 p.m. on Thursday evening. And you can see a crash in the precipitation, or in the temperatures, and then you'll see the precipitation start to fall as well and transition from rain to snow. Now, you think those temperatures are cold. Let's take a look at 6 o'clock on Friday morning. Shows temperatures 20 below zero around Clinton County, Somerset area, 24 below in the Lexington-Fayette County area, 21 degrees below zero wind chill in Bowling Green, and up around the Hawesville and the Owensboro area, 24 degrees below zero wind chill at 6 a.m. on Friday morning. So it's going to be a very, very detrimental snow event for the cold event for the Commonwealth here in the great state of Kentucky. So if you plan on being out, travel only if you have to. We could see some flash freezing. That's when you have all of the precipitation that's landed on the roadway surfaces, and immediately right behind it, there's not going to be a transition of rain, sleet, freezing rain, a little snow, a little mix. It's going to go from rain to temperatures plummeting, and it's going to turn off cold. It's going to drop 20, 25 degrees almost immediately. So when you see the thermometer start to go down, then that's a sign that that cold front, no pun intended, is right on top of you. And if you have anything you need, food supplies, the proverbial bread, milk, toilet paper, all of those things, you may want to get those in until things can moderate just a little bit. We're not seeing a big change even through Christmas, and it'll probably be Monday or Tuesday before temperatures rise above freezing. So a very critical weather event. I know a lot of people have, as I've said in a couple of posts, they've hammered the snow totals and, saying, well, we're not sure. We're sure that the confidence is pretty low. We may not get any snow at all. The rain is likely. Could get no snow, may get a couple of inches. But with it blowing around as such, it's probably not going to pile up altogether. There would be some drifting of snow is at the very least. So I think that if you're following the weather, snow is not the biggest issue now. The deadly cold is going to be the main concern. And we're going to be here throughout the period, bringing you the latest weather information. We have posted on our Facebook page down below, I think, a couple of posts where we have given some tips on what to do during this type of weather. And folks, you need to click the share button. I don't really encourage that all the time because I think people may get tired thinking you're self-promoting, but things like this, even this video and the things we have posted, they're critical. It's serious. And we take weather forecasting and the dissemination of information, we take it serious. And that's what I've done all my life, being involved in weather. And I think this is a critical weather event. And it's one that will go down in the record books. And it's one that people need to be heads up and alert and be aware of what's happening. As we said, we don't see the snow a big issue, but we do see the risk of this very brutal cold that's coming in. Can you imagine a wind chill at 20 below zero? I don't think that I have ever witnessed that. I can't recall it. I've seen several very cold nights, but I don't think I've seen wind chills that cold. But anyway, with that being said, we want to say thank you all for tuning in tonight to the briefing for the winter storm that's expected to move in Thursday night into Friday, and then right on in through the Christmas holidays. It's going to be cold. You need to dress in layers and be prepared. If you don't have to travel, stay at home. That's all we can say, because if you were to wreck, go off of a bluff somewhere, the chances of you freezing to death before being found is right on the upscale. So keep that in mind, and remember to go ahead and share this video. Let people know that we're here covering the weather for you, and we're glad to be part of your community. The storm Alert Weather Center. This has been a winter storm briefing, and I'm lead forecaster Daniel Wilson. Thank you for joining us.